We should take a shot.
Now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime. 'Cause nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It is 8:13, so actually it's good evening from me here in Illinois, USA. This is Maristel, and now you are on another segment of Spotlight Stories. And today or tonight, this is going to be a unique episode because we don't only have one but four gentlemen, gorgeous, handsome, smart. Oh my goodness. I'm having I'm starstruck right now. So you know what? Without further ado, I want them to introduce themselves. Members of the Man. Please help me welcome on stage Kuya Kuch, Matt, Eric, and Easy. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, how are you? Oh my gosh.
Hello, good
Good,
evening.
good. Good
Aloha.
evening,
Evening,
Marisol.
everyone.
Good
Good.
evening, everyone.
I forgot to hide you in the backstage. So I was like wondering, oh, why are they smiling right now? So anyway, okay, it's fine.
Oh,
Yes. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Thank you.
It's our
Thank you for
pleasure,
having
thank you.
us.
Yeah,
Marcel.
it's our
Thank you
pleasure.
for
Yep.
having us.
Yeah. So before we start, can we ask you to introduce yourselves first, a little background? Who's gonna go first? Is it youngest to oldest or oldest to youngest?
Yeah, since I'm the youngest, I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah. My name's Izzy from Sacramento, California. I've been in business for almost a year now. My anniversary is coming up next month. And I started this business because of my whys. Um, I have a beautiful son, wonderful grandkids, and I wanted to provide more for them. And living in California is very expensive, and a single income grandfather right here, and I wanted to help, provide for them, and that's why I'm here in this business.
Oh wow, you are a very young grandfather.
Yes, yes, that's true. 15
Congratulations.
years. Yep,
Wow. And
and I'm
who's
loving it too.
you have two?
I have two grandkids. Yes.
Wow, wow, that's
Wow.
nice. I don't have one yet. I wish I have one already. But anyway, who's going next? Who's the
I think
next
we're next.
second to the youngest?
I would be the last, obviously.
I'm pretty sure I'm the youngest, but
All right.
um,
I know you are,
anyway.
Matt.
My name is Matthew Hanaoka. I'm born and raised out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Um, I have a family of five. The reason we joined this business is similar to Izzy. California, Hawaii is similar in the sense where cost of living, everything is expensive. So my wife and I, we needed a side hustle, and this business opportunity came in clutch. So God put us in the right place at the right time, and we've been in the business maybe a little bit under 2 years, but it went by fast. Loving it, love the community, and thank you for having us here.
Thank you so much. And I met you and your wife in Hawaii last November, correct?
Oh,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, yeah. And also Easy. I did meet
Oh
Easy too.
yes, yes,
Yes.
definitely. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, Eric, I obviously think that you will be the next one. So,
Are we going by
sorry,
age?
Kuya Kuch.
Anyways, I'm Eric. I go by Jovi, you know, because of my last name. The reason why is because I joined the military. I'm a retired military and I'm still working. And during my career in the military, I was like looking around for opportunities. I was always looking. I tried different things, and it seems like there was always something missing. That's why I kept on looking for opportunities. So I started my business entrepreneur journey early on. Um, despite not being successful in the other opportunities, I kept going. I always thought that learning is always going to be part of the whole journey to become successful in the business. So I think with this vehicle, I just made 1 year. It's somebody told me that I just hit my anniversary yesterday,
Wow.
1 year in the business. So
Wow.
I'm fortunate to have this group, this brotherhood that's going to be working together to make sure that this time around is going to be uh, full throttle going forward, becoming successful in the business.
Wow. Are you also from California?
I'm from San Diego,
Yeah.
but I grew up, and born in the Philippines.
Mhm. And what
So
branch of the military did you serve?
Navy,
Navy.
yeah,
Navy.
I was, one of the fortunate ones that joined the Navy from the Philippines.
Oh,
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
so they do that. They have people or they hire from the Philippines and they bring them over here,
right, right.
something like that. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Swerte.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Kuya Kuch, your
You know,
turn.
during my time, Eric, we had some recruiters went to my high school for the Navy. Unfortunately, I was like very short, not even five feet tall at the time, so I was really rejected. That I could remember. But anyway, for those who don't know me yet, I'm Florante Orotea. You can call me Kuch, and I'm married. I've got two daughters. You know, the only reason why I wanted to do this business because I go live every day. Oh, just kidding. But because I just want to have a life of freedom, and flexibility and more time with my family while doing something I love, because going live, sometimes I love to be in front of many people. I don't know why. It's not of bragging, maybe because I just feel like I am somebody. So it seems like it goes along with what we're doing in the digital business. So I'm turning maybe about 17 months already in the business.
Mhm.
Woo! And that's it. And I'm from Michigan, by the way. There you go.
Wow. And I think you're all doing a great job with your business.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I see you being consistent and easy. I love your posts. I think
Oh,
you're one of
thank you.
those tech savvy
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
in the
yeah.
team.
He's
Oh,
very
yeah,
tech
thank you.
savvy.
Yes.
So
I
how do
try.
you get your inspiration in on making those contents?
Oh, it's just I've been a tech savvy for a while now. I've been doing it for many years before I even joined the business. When my son played AAU, I did all the created website, created you know, uh, banners or even did a videographer when they play and make a video out of them the team playing advertisement and all that stuff. So I've been doing it for a long time, and I used to love photography too. So it lined up with this business.
Yeah.
It prepared me for this business.
Wow. So okay, before we go into the technical part of the business, I want to ask this question, and anybody can answer this. So, what inspired you to do this or to create this brotherhood? This is really
That
nice. I think this is
that
unique,
goes
and
to
I think this is the first.
that goes to easy.
Yeah, what inspired me is because when I first started in this business, I was really excited. Um, I was making reels for everybody in my team, the dream builders, right? But then it came to a point where, okay, there's something missing in this business. Our with so much people in it, it's predominantly female, right? There's
Yeah,
not enough male, and since then I was thinking like, there's something missing that I have to think, what is it? It took me a while to think about it, like to get the answer. And and um, and then finally in February, it dawned to me when I shared a reel that touched a lot of people's lives, and reached out to me, and it dawned to me like, okay, there's this space that's missing, and it's a brotherhood that, because a lot of men, we're not really open when there's a lot of people in a group. We're pretty, a lot of us are quiet, or men in our age, we're not tech savvy, or we don't like going, a lot of them, we don't like going on, we have Facebook, but we don't go and post or do that, right? So it clicked on me in February where, okay, this is what's missing in this space, in this business is a brotherhood, because I haven't seen any brotherhood, any type of group in this organization. That's when I reached out to Eric, to Coach, and Brother Matt.
Wow, because I agree. I think this is the first in the community. I haven't seen any kind of brotherhood in the
Yes,
global community. So
yes,
congratulations. Yes. So you mentioned something, but I think I want Matt to answer that. Easy mentioned that men are quite like shy, Is it because when you are surrounded by women, or when you are like outnumbered by women, men tend to be shy? Is that correct, Matt?
Somewhat. I think it's more we might not have anything in common as far as like um, and have a lot of things to talk about because we can relate. Um, right. Outside of that, I think women like to talk amongst each other a lot. It just comes naturally, and so um, that's where this brotherhood gives us this space, right, where we can come
Yes,
together and yeah.
yes.
yes.
Do you want to add something to your coach or Eric?
Well, first, when we talk about finances, because basically what we're doing is trying to have more of that. And when it talks about finances, I would say the male should be at the lead as well. It's like we're trying to handle our family.
Mhm.
So having this group men would be, that's what it meant really, because we don't want to be behind women running the family for us, So I thought
It
the
should be side
idea,
by side, correct?
yeah, well, it should be side by side, but in terms of levels, it would always be the man who would be the head of the family,
Hmm.
sort of. Although this business, we encourage that it should be side by side, but still, there's a big component when the man would really be at the forefront. So that's I think that's a good idea when Easy told me about it. So I said yes,
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. So do you think this is some kind of branding also? So like we have personal branding, so the man is like collective branding. So when they hear about man, they will think about Coach, Easy, Eric, Matthew. What do you think about that, Eric? Is this some sort of branding on your part?
Yeah, I believe so. When Izzy and the rest of the group approached me about, hey, what do you think about forming a group, a community of men, working together, forming that brotherhood, helping each other out, learning skills together, and becoming successful in the business. So when I was approached, I immediately said yes, and then we came up with a lot of different ideas. And then the idea of, hey, since this is going to be something different, a different group of men, why don't we just call it the man, right?
Yes.
And wherein we um, developed the from the man came about modern affiliate network, which is still related to a business, having an online business, you know. And regardless of the background, regardless of where the men are coming from, it's
Hmm.
all about helping each other out and actually building the man to
Hmm.
become successful.
Yes.
So that is the brand, right?
That is very nice. So Easy, this is going to be open to anybody, like anyone from a digital business owner from Africa or any part of Europe.
Yes, for now, since we just started, we're still working on the kinks. And it's open to the influencers for now, the influencers
Hmm.
under that umbrella. And then once we get going, then we'll open it to the other group.
That's nice. Kuya Coach, you mentioned a while ago backstage that you have like some kind of regular meetings. So are you coming up with special events, or how do you promote this organization?
Well, first we want to be visible,
Yes.
because that's the only way for everybody to know us.
Hmm.
And one of the things, very minimal idea, is to have our T-shirt too. You know what I mean? So that when we have like gathering somewhere, like for example in Chula Vista, we might as well have our own T-shirt. Well, of course, it tells that we are also with the influencers, but we would like to have that identity. So yeah, that's the beginning of it, because it's as Easy said, it's still work in progress, and there's so many things to develop. Really, honestly, it's not a joke. And when we were able to have our own huddle ourselves every week,
Wow. That's
and we
very
plan
nice. Yeah.
and we plan to have a live every 2 weeks, that would
Hmm.
be a lot of schedules for us. And
Yes.
we were even talking about like what are we going to talk about, like can we just pick some topics from the 90-day success challenge.
Hmm.
If there would be about 52 weeks, could probably pick like 26 topics from there, and then we could start discussing all those stuff. So although it would not be limited to just about the digital business, we might go as far as how to handle your gun, probably. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know,
Or
whatever
maybe some kind
interest.
of fishing
I'm not
tournament
sure.
or something like camping for just
Yeah,
for
something like
boys.
that. I don't know. Or
Yes.
maybe talk
Oh
about
my gosh.
Canada. I don't know.
Now I know. That's your agenda. Easy.
Yes, it is.
Exclusively for boys, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so now I want to ask you, Matt. You've been in the business for 1 year. So what advice do you give to somebody, especially a male business owner, for somebody who's just starting?
Everybody starts somewhere. Growth never happens in your comfort zone, so embrace the opportunity,
Mhm.
right? Regardless of challenges, always remember your why behind why you're doing it, so that it gives you that not just motivation, but the desire, right? Your passion as to why you started and why you should keep going, and your vision. Yeah.
Yeah. And Eric, can you share a moment in your 1 year here on digital business where you think that you might fail, and how did you overcome it?
Um, like I said, my entrepreneur, I'm getting tongue tied. Let me drink.
I'll drink too.
Yeah, let's drink. Oh my gosh, we're so
Mm,
serious,
I'm
Easy.
I'm
cheers.
I'm
I
parched.
was really
Cheers.
surprised when Easy said that you're quite nervous. Like how? Like how
Yeah,
come Easy get nervous? Like Easy is the man.
yeah,
Right?
I know,
Well,
right?
we're still
So
human. I'm still human.
Yeah.
yes, and what I was saying is that my journey, in trying to develop myself into having a business, it started a long time ago. There were a lot of different opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried different things. I learned from those different opportunities, and I might have not been able to become successful in those ventures,
Yes.
but you know it kept me going. Not because I didn't do uh, my best when it comes to, because there was something missing. There was always something missing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, whether it be the business itself was not for me. I felt like it didn't serve the purpose why I was doing the business. There were a lot of different things that came about that made me change my mind and not
Mm-hmm.
pursue that opportunity. But I kept going. One thing that I didn't do was quit learning.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't quit learning, then you'll always find a way to become better, right?
Yes.
Always strive to
Keep
become
going.
better.
Hmm.
And I told the group, hey, um, if you just strive to become better at least 1% every month, that's 12% in a year. You're 12% better after a year.
Yeah.
So every month that have been in the business, I was always trying to learn something,
Hmm.
and not just by myself, but with the group. And that's why when Izzy and the rest of the group approached me, I was like, yes, this is something that's one of the things that's missing, right?
Yes.
Is having that support system that can help you grow, that can help you learn the business, and then become, they became my accountability partners,
Yes. Correct.
to make sure that, I'm not, you know, trying to, because there's a lot of things that's come about in our lives, right? And
Yes.
you can get sidetracked. There's going to be some distractions, right?
Mhm.
So when those things come, your group, your community is there, always there to kind of remind you, hey, we have we have to do something. We have to keep on growing. Just like what we've been doing lately. We're trying to push each other,
Yes.
to finish the training. Regardless of where they're at with the training,
Hmm.
hey, you need to start again, right? It could be a refresher for you, but at least we're going to be on the same page, learning the business again. And then if something that was amiss, during that process in the past, then you can be reminded that, or at least you can learn something new that you didn't know about when you were going through the whole training, right? So that's one of the things that we've been doing. And
Yes.
then of course the consistency of doing everything
Hmm.
together,
Mhm.
that's kind of also been helpful. And I think it's working because we're starting to get some, you
Yes.
know traction. We're starting to get some, we're getting noticed, and everybody likes the idea. So I believe that's one of the things that really is helping us, become more and more motivated and to pursue our business journey.
Yes. I was actually going to say that this is like your, excuse me, your own accountability group. And
Yep.
it
Right.
is very, very nice. Yes. I
Yeah.
congratulate everyone. But I want to ask Easy the same question. Did you have at some point, did you have some moments wherein you thought that you're going to fail this business? And how did you overcome?
Oh, definitely. As I said earlier, back in the winter time, where I lost that fire, and there was something missing. I'm like, I'm not achieving anything. Like I wasn't getting any buyers or any action taker, right?
Yeah.
And because at the time I was still a rookie and I didn't know what I was doing really. And I really, it was my fault because I didn't pay much attention to the training. I was not attending mastermind, and I thought with my background in sales, oh, this is easy peasy. I can do it.
Yeah.
And I'm very stubborn, a typical male.
Yes.
And came December, November, December. I was like, man, I don't think I can do this. I don't want to do it no more. Like nothing's going on for me. But then and then it reignited in January. My sister and I connected, and she's my mentor. And well, let's go to San Francisco and let's take videos there, make some reels, and that reignited my fire. And then
Mhm.
this men group reignited that fire again.
Wow. So I can't believe that you also had that because I think it happens to a lot of people, to almost
Yes,
everybody. Yeah. At some
yeah,
point when
because
yeah.
yeah, because when you get into the business, right, you get excited,
Hmm.
and you're like, okay, oh yeah, I want to be rich. I want to be like them, like making this much money, right? And my focus was wrong. My focus was on the money
Hmm.
instead of building myself, my learning the business.
Mm-hmm.
and I did it wrong, you know. So now that I have my brothers, I still have my sisters, my mentor, the dream builders. They are like I'm looking at the whole thing very differently now. You know, not
Okay.
just on the business side, but on the personal side.
Right.
That's nice. How about you, Matt? Did you have to do a lot of mental conditioning for your business to continue?
Yes, of course. Like Eric mentioned, life happens, right? Um, yeah, we always have setbacks, and one thing about this business is the only time you'll ever really fail is if you quit. And the
Hmm.
beauty of it is that you don't have to quit. You can just keep going. Of course, you get what you put in, or you put in what you reap what you sow, right? So
Mhm.
if you're not active, if just like any other business, right? You put in what you put in is what you get out. And
Yeah.
so what I'm trying to say is that I guess the beautiful thing is no matter what, as long as you keep going, you will always succeed,
Hmm.
right? Regardless.
Yes.
And and that's why I'm so passionate about my brothers here and this journey
Mhm.
that we have this opportunity to come together
Yep.
and I just yeah, I love it.
Yes.
Right
Kuya
on.
Coach, thank you, Matt. Kuya Coach, I have a question for you. So, do you think this brotherhood will give you some kind of, big push?
Oh yeah, definitely, of course. Uh, when I started in the digital business, I knew that I really have to be consistent. And then remember, we have a 90-day success challenge.
Mhm.
Remember, I think I'm one of those who just started it without even being a part of group chat of the 90-day success challenge because
Yes.
I just saw somebody there posting, and then I just browsed, and then he's talking about 90-day success challenge. What's this? I like this because I need something to
Yeah.
push me. So I said, I just have to do it. So I did my day one, day two, day three, and then I joined the group chat. And then from then on, I thought this is what I need,
Hmm.
something to push me. Although the reminder about, you know, like the negative stuff that you see every day in your life, it's always there. When I go to work, I'm so tired. You always think of like, I want to stop working. I just want to be successful in this business. So you tie up with what you're feeling, but still you don't know how. So
Mm,
that's the missing point, the
Yes.
missing part. The 90 Day Success Challenge, if I would connect it to men, it's basically it.
Hmm.
But here we evolve, we create, we tend to be more like creative in a way because we want to attract all across the board.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter because what we're trying to tell to people is something that would change their life for the better. And the question is how? And man will start telling them how. So this is a very, 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 very welcome group for me because it really pushed me to my limits. Actually, it's very challenging, I tell you.
Hmm.
It's very challenging because the accountability itself that we're talking about, that's a commitment.
Wow.
If you won't be accountable, well, they might fire me. We're not kidding.
And we're talking
Correct.
about that too. Yep.
We're not
Yep.
kidding.
Yeah. Actually, I was gonna ask you honestly if do you have some kind of qualifications for
There you
someone
go.
to get into the group?
There you go.
Easy.
Easy.
Qualifications. Do you have any qualifications like lined up for
Yes,
someone?
we do. In fact, Eric is designing our SOP right
SOP.
now.
Wow.
Yes, it's going to be a qualification if you have to be active. You have to
Mhm.
want to learn the business. You have to
Wow,
listen.
that's very nice.
Yeah, and yes, you have to be active on social media. And if you're not active, like what you said, you will get kicked out. I mean, you'll get chances. You know, we're not just
You
going to
get a
kick you out.
warning first, then
You get
first
a
verbal
warning.
warning, second, third. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because we have programs set up. Like one of the program we're setting up right now is because we all talked about it. Like when we first started,
Mhm.
we're still whatever level we are. Let's say I'm 1A. We're shown like, oh, you want to be right here, 6A2. You know what I mean? Like this is where you want to be. No,
Mhm.
our program's going to be different. Our program is if you're 1A, okay, let's. move you. Let's see how we can help you move to 2A, and then from 2A to 3A. We're not going to tell you, okay, from 1A, you need to be at 6 or 4A right now. You know, you need to buy or do things, skip those little steps. We don't want people to skip those little steps because those are important. Because what we've noticed is a lot of people keep the little steps, they get up so high. Not everybody, you know, but some. And then they fail at when they're on top, they slow down because they miss those little steps.
Wow, that's exciting. So Eric, so you are the designated, what do you call that person, that the one designated to do the SOP?
He's a training guru.
Yes.
So and how
He's
do
the
you feel
brain.
about that? Are you like doing some kind of, okay, sleepless nights on that for now?
No, not really. Like the other day, yeah, everybody was asking, "Hey, when are we gonna get our SOPs?" Like, it takes a while to develop those SOPs, right?
Me.
And there's a lot of different things that you can develop when it comes to um, um, making sure that every aspect of the business is being touched, right? Say, for example, uh, we were talking about having new members
Hmm.
in the group. There should be an SOP for that, right? Like the qualifications that you mentioned,
Hmm.
they have to be POGI, right? Is one. No, no, I'm just kidding. You know, Actually,
That's okay.
we
That would be number one.
yeah, that's the number one qualification. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, having a new member, you have to have an SOP to
Hmm.
set, to give them an orientation
Hmm.
and the expectations of becoming a member of the group. Otherwise, if you don't have those SOPs in place, most likely when the group becomes big
Yes.
and somebody does not like how things are
Hmm.
being operated, they
Yes.
might end up developing their own way of doing, or
Hmm.
interacting with the group. You know what I mean? So um, we also talked about, hey, if somebody in the group is not being active, say for example, we provide we assign or we give them a task to complete an assignment, or the training, and it's been months and they haven't done anything, to um, for progress, then
Hmm.
most likely we'll give them a warning and say, hey, you're not doing your part, right? We're here to develop ourselves and grow in the business, but if you're not doing it, what's the sense of you being in the group? So
Wow.
those are some of the things that we want to incorporate in developing those SOPs. And in time, uh, we just got started.
Yes.
In time, those things will come up, and then and it's not the end of it as well. Once you develop those SOPs, you continue to improve those
Yeah.
SOPs to make sure that everybody understands what every member needs to do when they join the group.
Yes. Thank you,
Yes.
Eric. And I am very excited for you guys. And so when I heard that there's a group called the Man, I readily said, okay, I have to have them here on Spotlight Stories. So you're talking about SOPs. So I want to tell you now that once you have those SOPs in place, then I will bring you back here again in on Spotlight Stories and talk about that. Is that okay, Eric?
Of course, it might take a while.
Okay, Matt, I have a question. So this is the Man. I know you have a wife, right? You're
Mhm.
married. So what did she say about this? Did she say something like, "Oh, okay, can I join, or can I just be your secretary, or is it just going to
Well,
be very exclusive for men?"
honestly, it's been the perfect. I want to say this is the perfect timing because currently, with kids, especially that she's homeschooling them, and it's actually a lot more work than I'm doing right now. So we're kind of in the transition of I'm more active in the business. So having this
Oh,
come together at this time is just, has to be God because There's no way. Um, so she's very supportive.
Oh,
You know,
that's nice.
we
How
love
about
this.
you,
Nice.
Kuya Coach? Your wife is also very supportive with the brotherhood.
Well, honestly, he's actually one of our audience listening to us right now.
Oh, hi,
So yeah,
ma'am.
yeah.
Hi,
Each
ate.
time, well, our first live, she's always there listening. So he's more interested listening to some other guys. This is a joke, but sometimes you think about it.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes when your loved ones doesn't listen to you, they
Mhm.
would listen to some other people. Do you agree with me?
Correct. I know.
It's true.
Always. Yep.
It's true. So I said
Yes.
I'm gonna use people so that he would listen. She would listen. So basically, this is a good thing that I'm a part of it, and now she's learning about the business. I love it.
Wow. That's great. Maybe we will also have our sisterhood.
There you go.
Right.
Do
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the part we're in. We're going to talk about like the technical side of digital business. So, easy. What do you think about AI and Chat GPT for our business?
Oh, it made everything easy.
Correct.
Easy peasy, just
Easy
like my name,
cheesy.
easy. Yeah, I love using it. I love using ChatGPT. It helped me a lot, especially on my captions, the hook, and
Mhm.
ideas on I'm searching what's trending right now on the digital business. It will give me just all the ideas and whatnot, and the AI. It helped me a lot. The tools to make my reels. And so, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a lot easier comparing to back then when I was doing videos for my son's basketball game.
Yeah.
Back
And
then,
I think
I will
AI
edit
is yeah.
videos. Yeah, it will take 6 hours to edit a video back then. Now it's like 5 minutes, I'm done.
Wow.
Yep. Easier.
And AI actually ChatGPT makes everybody's life easy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But sometimes I wonder though, is it good for the college kids? Like do they still make their essay manually, like from their brain, or do they just go to ChatGPT and copy whatever?
Uh,
I don't
You're
know.
asking the wrong questions. It's been years since we went to college.
But anyway,
We've been out
that's
of
no
that.
longer our
Yeah,
concern, right? So,
right.
okay, Eric, what part of digital business, the technical part of it, that is going to be that is a little difficult for you?
Um, I think, I don't know if you've noticed, I haven't really posted anything yet. I probably have the least amount of posting, and that's what I wanted to also learn from the group
Hmm.
is, especially from Izzy and
Yeah,
maybe Kuya Kuch and,
especially if you're the one
Matt.
who's going to do the SOP. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to learn, how the technical side of,
Hmm.
doing the business is all about. I
Hmm.
have ideas. I've been going through some YouTube trainings and all that stuff. But yeah, I think what's also missing for me is to have the accountability partner to
Hmm.
start, posting, start, producing reels, and developing my brand, and start, targeting my audience, you know,
Yeah.
having that confidence, right?
Yes.
Because most of the time, even like you talk about men, getting into business. Sometimes they, even though we're men,
Hmm.
we sometimes lack the confidence of um, taking on a new idea or a new skill, putting that into practice, right?
Hmm.
But once we get, you know, to doing it, we start becoming comfortable doing it. Then
Hmm.
that's when we thrive, right? Because we're good with, doing manual work, as men. So I think, because of the technology, because of of the different social media platforms, it becomes sometimes it becomes very intimidating,
Yeah.
to put yourself out there,
Mm-hmm.
to become vulnerable, you know, because men sometimes feel like, okay, if I put myself out there,
Mm-hmm.
uh, people might think of me differently, right?
Yes.
So I think that's one of the things that some of us might will have to develop, and then that's why we have the
Yes.
group
Yes.
to kind of help each other out and push each other, to keep going and start actually putting it into practice.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. And so I want to also remind you to accept my friend invite, Eric.
I
Yeah.
know. I will.
Okay. Looks like okay, okay. I have to think about it. But Matt, Eric mentioned that he had some kind of like maybe he's a little shy or something like that. Like he's still doubting himself to put himself out there. So did you feel the same way at some point in your business? Like were you shy to like say hi, I'm a digital business owner. This is what I am right now.
Was
Or
that a
Matt?
question for me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. um, yeah, there was a point where it was kind of since kind of Dana. So originally, Dana was the one that found out about the business and wanted to get involved, and she was very passionate and had this drive, and I was kind of there to be of support, but I didn't really take like hold of the reins with her, like
Hmm.
I should have. And now it's totally different story. But I think when we did the 90-day success challenge,
Yes.
um, that really took my took well took both of us out of our comfort zone, right?
Hmm.
Being able to speak in front of the camera and go
Yeah.
live, and
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yes.
that was a game changer. So
Mhm.
I would definitely recommend that if for anyone who's kind of shy and
Yeah.
hesitant,
Yes. Yeah.
just jump in.
Yeah.
It's the
Yes.
best
True.
thing you can do.
Yes.
True.
Yes. Anyway, let's go to our comment section. We have so many comments here.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, I actually saved this for the, last leg of our interview because I know that there's a lot of fans, your fans out here. So, first, Ate Lori. Do you call her Ate?
Hello,
Sis
Laurie.
Lori, yeah.
This is Lori. Okay.
Sis
Hi,
Lori.
Lori. How are you? Thank you for watching, of course. Hello, hello. And then Easy June Paras Young at Heart. I think that was the beginning. Yeah. Because you claim that you're the youngest, Easy.
Oh yes.
Okay. And of course, Miriam or Meg. Present here. Congrats to everyone.
Thank you, Miriam.
Yeah.
I
Jen, hello, hello.
Hello, Jen.
Jen is in Hawaii too, right?
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
no,
Las
Las
Oh,
Vegas.
Vegas.
Vegas. Okay. Tina, Philippines.
Hello, Tina.
Yeah. Oh, 1 year. Oh, most of you are like 1 year. Kuya Kuch
Wow,
is
congratulations.
almost 2 years, right? Kuya Kuch?
Yes.
Yeah. And Gay from Texas.
Uh,
Alice.
hello, Alice.
Alice and Meg are sisters in law. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and King Alice is my cousin.
Hello, Coach.
Wow.
Oh.
Yes.
Uh, hello, Coach M, and to your pogi guests. Yes, of
Hello,
course.
Coach
Kaya
James.
ako nanginginig kanina nung nagsimula pa. Ako yung nanginginig. I'm sorry, Mr. Japanese guy. You don't understand Tagalog.
Yeah, I gotta
No, he
ask
understood that
ChatGPT.
one.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello, Yan.
By the way, guys, Mr. Matt is pure Japanese. He's not Filipino. I have to say that so that they know.
Thank you.
Leah, hello. Oh, the wife is
Oh, the
here.
wifey.
Watching. I
Hello,
agree. The
Leah.
men are at the head and should lead. Yes.
There you go.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, Coach Lynn is here.
Oh,
Oh hi.
hello.
Hello, coach.
So
That sounds so fun for you guys. Team building.
Yep.
Yeah, because maybe the wives will say, "Oh, can we go with you when you decide to like organize like a camping trip to um I don't know, Wisconsin or something." Like, no, it's all for the boys, just for men.
Yes.
We'll go
Yes,
camping in Hawaii.
camping.
There you
Hey,
go.
I love
Yeah.
Hawaii,
Hello,
so
Hello,
yeah.
Rodan.
Rodalyn.
Hello, everyone from
Hey, Maria.
California.
Hello.
Hello.
Naomi,
Yeah, from Florida. She's from
Florida.
Florida.
Oh
Wow.
wow, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
Wow.
Hoagie all, of course.
Oh yeah, that's not a lie.
Yeah,
What are the
Eden.
qualifications?
Wives listen to other husbands too. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Coach, you're starting something here.
I think that's normal that
That,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
spouses
yeah,
don't really listen to each other that much. I don't know. Like
yeah,
my husband, he pretends that, or I don't know. I don't know if he pretends, but it's just his habit that when I'm talking to him, he doesn't seem to listen. And
yep,
then when I repeat, he will make it sound like he already answered me. So I get annoyed. But what I
Yeah.
do, he stopped doing it because I found a strategy. I did exactly the same thing he did. Like when he talks to me, I pretend that I'm not hearing anything. And then when he said, "Did you hear me?" I said, "I already said yes, but actually I didn't." So he got mad. So now he knows. An eye for an
Yeah.
eye.
Yeah, I
Wow.
think it's human nature, right? Because our kids don't even listen to us. But there's
Yeah.
one thing I've learned from my son's coach when he was playing basketball. Because when he coaches, he whispers to the kids, like
Oh,
he speaks really low volume, and that will make the kids want to listen.
yeah.
And if you
Oh.
try that,
Yes.
it works. It works
But I
instead
think
of
it does make sense because I think in psychology, that's what I heard from psychology before that, like when you talk, don't yell.
right.
yes,
Don't scream, don't be
Mm.
loud because people will get annoyed. They don't want to listen. Instead, just be soft and whisper,
yes,
like,
Right.
yes,
"Puppy, do the laundry,"
yeah,
something like that, or
not
"Fix my
sultry.
car." You know,
Yeah,
just be soft.
yeah,
I can't.
that's
I'm
true.
still ironing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Let's go, Coach.
sisterhood. Oh, there you
Sisterhood,
go, sister.
yes. Oh. Oh, Ate Beth, are you done with your interview with Mabel? There was an overlapping of interviews.
Oh
Oh.
wow, that's good.
Right.
Yeah,
Everybody's active. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Hello,
good.
and the
Hello.
good-looking man.
Hello,
Wow.
Amy.
Yes, Minda.
Thank you.
Hello.
Linda.
Hello.
So,
Oh, there's a lot.
watching
I'm
from
starting to
Oh,
believe
from
I'm
Canada.
good
Canada.
looking.
Canada. Wow.
Yes, yes. All
You
right.
got a
Now I
million
can
views
see you
already, Noel?
smiling. When we started, we were so like serious. Yeah. So, okay. Any last words for our viewers, for your followers, your leads, or maybe your action takers that are still like thinking about it? Okay, now let's start with Kuya Kuch.
Well, all I have to say is I just want to say thank you, for all the support, especially to you, Maricel, of course, to the rest of the guys here in Man. And for those people who are praying for us, because sometimes you thought they don't like to, put a comment on your post, but actually they're actually praying for you. That's what my wife always tells me. She always, I'm praying for you, Papa. Don't worry. And it would be the same thank or I'm grateful for those people who are praying for us.
Mhm.
That's all that I could say. This digital business is something that would really change our life as a family, and I would say it would also change people's lives, very obviously in so many aspects, not just on money, but most probably on the quality time they spend with their children or the family.
Yeah.
So when you pray for us guys, that's a very very big support, and I really appreciate that, and I love everybody. That's all.
Yes. And thank you, Kuya
Amen.
Kuch, for also inspiring us every day.
Yes,
Thank you so much
yes.
because we see you every day. And one day that you don't go live, I'll be like, "Where's Kuya Kuch?" Yeah.
I did that earlier. I was like, huh.
Yeah,
I
and
was
he
like, where's
he
he at?
actually go live for three times a day. So
Right, I
five
do.
o'clock
Wow.
in the morning, 10 o'clock.
Good
So
job.
yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, okay, Matt, do you have anything to say?
I just so grateful for my fellow men. I'm also grateful for all the supportive women and men. Our audience, everyone that's here supporting us. Yeah, I really feel loved. So God bless
Yes.
you all, and thank you, Coach, for having us on this.
Of course, thank you too.
Yes.
Yes. Eric,
Nice.
the SOP guy.
Yeah, just want to thank everybody for supporting us. Thank you, Coach Marcel, for being there, for hosting us in this live event. Um, and for anybody out there, there's a saying that you can do anything, but you can't do everything, right?
Yep.
By yourself. So that's why we formed this group,
Mhm.
um, to have that support system, in order for us to uh, progress and push forward to become successful in the business. So this might not be your group but there's always somebody out there, or there's always going to be a group, a community out there that's going to be willing to support you, especially if you're trying to succeed in life, right? So that's one thing that I would like to share, is that again, you can do anything, but you can't do everything.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's
exactly.
always going to be
That's true.
there's always going to be somebody that's going to be there to help, and be willing to give you a helping hand.
Agree.
Thank you,
That's true.
Eric. Okay,
That's
the
true.
man.
I'm not the man. We're all the same. We're all equal.
You were the
I
one who
just
initially thought of
You were
forming it.
called. You were
So you
called.
you are
yes.
the godfather.
You're the
No,
king.
no. We're all leaders, and thank you so much for having us tonight. That really means a lot to me, and to the people that is supporting us, always watching our live, always telling us do it. Pushing us to
Yes.
be better person and to
Yeah.
lead other men. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And can I say something about plug our live for next week?
Sure, of course, yes.
Yeah, watch our live next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Right, guys? Um, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna design our logos, each one
A
of us, and
specific
we're gonna
time, right?
yeah, and we're gonna present it to you guys, and we'll make you guys vote which logo we're gonna use for this
Oh.
group. So tune in, and we need you guys' vote. And
So when
then
is
we
that
have
again?
the Wednesday,
May 7th.
the 7th.
7
At
p.m.
EST.
Wednesday
7
next week.
p.m. Pacific Standard Time,
Okay,
and
so
then
then
we will introduce. Yeah, we would like to introduce. We're gonna do a spotlight for. We have two new members in our group, so
oh,
and our goal too is it's even though I'm the founder or whatnot, we're all leaders here, right? And the
yes.
man we're bringing in, that's our goal is to make them leaders too.
Yep.
Hmm.
So everybody's equal.
Yeah, you're duplicating. Yeah,
Yes,
That's
yes.
yes.
right.
Yes. Okay, I want to give Kuya Coach the chance to like invite everybody to all
Yeah.
men out there who are interested to be part of this group.
Lalaki ka, sumali ka kanyami. Kung lalaki ka, sumama ka sa amin.
Oh,
Ngunyan, all language actually, for all
mhm.
the men out there. If you think you need somebody to at least help you out, maybe you're shy, or maybe you feel like this is for women only.
Mhm.
Well, we're telling you, we're proving it wrong, because we're the one to be the one leading this. So if you are thinking about your family, if you are thinking about your situation, because we know in this business there are so many benefits that you could get. We don't want to be like so about the money,
Mhm.
but I know money is not the most important things in life, but it might affect the most important things in life. So practicality says, if this is all about money, won't you be interested? This is not just about life in general, but it could probably bring more life to people around you because this is a helping business. Remember
Yes.
this, my friends. Kaya ko inilokano ko kayo para
Oo.
maawatan na Ilocano ka, sumama ka dito. Kung
Mhm.
Tagalog ka, sumama ka dito.
Mhm.
Kung Pilipino ka, sumama ka rito. Kung Japanese ka, come join us.
Yes.
English, kahit sino. In other words, anyone, kahit sino ka man, be a man and help us help build this beautiful world of ours. Very short lang ang buhay eh. Kung wala ka pang purpose, try this. There you go. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, Kuya Coach. I thought
Beautiful,
you were
beautiful.
speaking Japanese, Kuya Coach.
Those are different languages.
But anyway, thank you all so much. And well, I don't know what to say anymore. Like you are all wonderful men, and I say good luck to your
Okay,
brotherhood.
Coach, can we ask you a
Thank you.
question?
Yes.
How's are your how's being a coach?
Being a coach, it feels great. I mean, I've always been the kind of no, I don't want to be on the spotlight stories, Kuya Coach.
No,
No, I'm
because
kidding.
I just wanna pick something from there. Actually, I just
Yeah.
want to hear from
Well,
you.
I've always been the type since I started my business. I since I had my first business partner, I've always been on already. Like I've always been the kind of business partner that I would help. I would really give time to my mentee, something like that. So when I became a coach, I felt more responsible. It's just not about the mentoring. It has to be more like uh it's like more skillful, more knowledgeable. And when I say knowledgeable, the correct knowledge, like I just cannot like share anything that it might be incorrect. So that is why once I became a coach, I had to like restudy and go back to the training again, because I don't want to. I try my very best. Of course, we're human. We can make mistakes anytime, but as much as possible, I want to give my sharing of knowledge to others, that is just correct and precise. I don't want to give them any wrong information.
Actually, what you said is actually part of man.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you
Coach, I
agree,
have a
guys?
question
Do you
for you.
agree, guys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Co-
Definitely. That's
Yes.
the purpose of this group.
There you
Coach,
Yes.
I
go.
have a question for you too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so since
Parang ako na yung ano.
Oh, I mean,
since
Coach Maristel.
Reverse Uno.
so
Oo, so,
so
parang ako, wait, parang lima kayo ha.
since
Apat kayo. Okay, okay.
yeah
Okay, Eric,
yeah
go.
yeah since we're just getting started,
Yeah.
and you've been in the business for a while,
3 years.
um, 3 years,
Yes.
that's still more than what we know about the business. Can you share, give us some tips on how we should go about, moving forward with this group, if there's anything that you can share for us to
So with the brotherhood or with the business in
with the
general?
business in general, and for the brotherhood
Okay.
as well.
First of all, the brotherhood is really, really a great idea because that's accountability group. In fact, in my team, I mentioned it to Coach Lynn that I formed like it's not a group thing, but it's like a buddy system. I believe in that. Like you are doing something and it is really helpful if you have an accountability partner, somebody that will check you out, somebody that will ask you how are you doing, is your mental health okay today or something like that, is there anything I can do to help you, or hey, you're not posting, are you okay, did you forget to post, something like that. So I really say I appreciate you for doing that, that brotherhood. But for business in general, I say we hear this all the time, enjoy the process, but you just have to be consistent because being consistent, pays a lot in the end. And you might not see the results right now. It may be slow, but towards the end right there, you know,
Yep.
it's all worth it because we have
Yeah.
seen the people that are already there, up there. If they were
Agree.
able
Yes.
to do it, then why can't we? you
Agree.
know
Yeah.
True.
and like Coach Mildred, 6 years in the business, or 5 years, Coach Mary Ann, Coach Lynn, you know and so different journeys, different uh path for everybody. But just be
Yes.
consistent, enjoy the process. Mental health is very important, the positive mindset.
Mm.
Easy, no more negative, easy.
Hmm.
So it's okay
Yeah.
to be down sometimes. I feel down sometimes,
Well,
but
that's
I
normal.
don't know.
That's normal.
I'm different because when I'm down, I become more aggressive. Like,
When
let's say, for example, if the business is really slow or something, like, oh, okay, I feel it. I feel the moment, but it gets me going.
right,
I just don't
That's
stay
good.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, having that inner motivation is really important.
yeah,
You know.
yes.
Thank you,
So you
coach.
you get to have that grit. You
Yes.
have
the
to
Yeah.
have
grit.
that grit.
Yep,
Yeah,
you have to have that grit. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
You really have to keep in touch with reality as well. This is not a bed of roses, and you really have to encounter a lot of challenges along the way.
There's
Because
gonna be a lot of challenges. Yes,
when you want to change your life, that's not easy. Okay, it's
yes,
gonna be a commitment. It's gonna be something that you really have to get out of your system.
yeah,
Yeah. Plus those challenges is what makes you as a person in the end. You know.
yes,
And
yes,
a small progress is better than no progress, right?
yeah. And it's
And,
okay because, like business partners, we do have a lot of business partners and people come and go, right? We all see that.
mhm,
But what can we
Yes.
do? We cannot force them to stay, or those action takers that we have, we cannot force anyone to join
yeah,
us.
yeah,
It's
Yes.
all about free will. But that's why we say we are in a team, we are in a group, but we have to be our own eagle too.
right,
Mm.
It's good to
Yes.
have the accountability partner, accountability group,
hmm,
but you have to be really strong too, because how are you gonna um inspire your other team members is if you yourself have a problem in your mental.
right.
Right.
Yes.
The bottom line is we have to have huge faith
Yes.
Mm.
that outweighs all the challenges that we encounter in
Yeah.
this journey.
And to answer Eric, actually I pray a lot, right? And then although I don't say it a lot, like like some people they put it on their Facebook, but it's okay because different people, different style. But but I pray. But you know what? I talked to my dad who's in heaven already. Like, it's so funny because when I don't get any action taker for like a month already, and then
Mhm.
I talk to my dad, Pa, could you give me an action taker? My dad who passed away 3 years ago. I'm a daddy's girl. I'm a big daddy's girl.
Oh
So
wow.
I talked to him like, can you just give me an action taker, please?
Yeah, I
Like,
like that.
like whisper to somebody, hey,
Yeah.
what are
Right.
you doing?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
true.
it
so
just
That's
makes
true.
me
yes,
feel good. Yeah,
don't just whisper to yourself, whisper it to somebody else. There you go.
yeah, whisper
I
to
think
somebody up
Mm.
there.
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great idea.
yeah,
Sometimes, yeah, yeah, that's nice because most of the time I whisper to myself.
yeah, yeah.
That would help, I
That
think.
is true.
Whisper to
It
God.
does.
Whisper to
Whisper
God.
to God.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. It's what I
Anyway,
call
Matt, do you
having a
have a
business.
question? I'm sorry.
Question for you.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead. Go
Easy.
ahead.
Do I have a
That's what you
question for you?
call having a business meeting
Right.
by
Yeah.
to yourself.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So, Matt,
Well,
do you have a question for me?
Matt has
Let's
a
just do
question to you
this
too.
before we go.
Uh,
Nothing? Okay, thank you, Matt.
I have one.
Yeah.
Why are you so beautiful?
Oh,
Yeah.
Matt.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
Matt.
let's
Okay,
talk
thank
about that.
you,
You know what? That's
Easy.
one
Yeah.
thing.
Well, you
That's
know
I'm
what,
one thing
serious,
that
Easy?
I
I
man.
actually
noticed.
saw your
Easy ka
That's
post.
lang,
one
easy
thing.
lang.
That's one thing I noticed to all business partners as they progress in this business. They look different. Really, honestly,
Yes, yes. And just watch
I'm
out,
seeing
Kuya
different.
Coach, when I
Honestly,
lose my weight. Watch
yeah,
out. Because I'm still working on it. And actually,
Oh,
Easy, I
nice.
saw I saw your post the other day. I think you're
Yeah.
talking about weight loss, right? You were talking
Yes.
about when you went to Hawaii and then you saw the videos and you didn't like it.
I
Oh
didn't. I
my
was so
gosh.
embarrassed.
I
I didn't
felt
know.
I felt the
Yeah.
same thing. I
Okay,
didn't I do
got you.
not even want to see myself
Me
because that
too.
was yeah. So now we're talking about personal stuff, but it's okay, right, Eric? We're
That's
Of
fine.
transparent
course.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
that was my highest, you know, weight or my worst so far.
Okay.
So I'm working on it because it's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good and it's our
mm,
health. And we're
right.
no longer
Yeah.
21 years old or 25 years old. And I don't want to die yet. I want
Yes.
to enjoy my millions in 5 years. So
There you
yes.
go.
yeah. So I'm doing intermittent fasting also. I actually want to message you. I said, "Hey,
Oh,
do
you
you want
should
to be
have.
my accountability partner?"
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Because I'm doing
Yeah.
intermittent fasting and keto.
Okay, too.
Okay.
Yeah, a low carb, low carb. I don't want to say keto because keto is very, very strict.
It
No,
is.
I just do low carb. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
and
that's
I love
good.
it. I do the
I'm on a
chia
seafood
seeds too,
diet.
Kuya Coach.
I'm sorry.
I'm having the chia seeds
Oh
also.
yeah, the chia seed. I take that.
Okay,
That's my
superfoods.
lunch.
Yeah.
That's my lunch
Yeah,
every time.
yeah. I put it in. I put almond milk
Almond milk. Yeah, that's what I put
and
in.
protein
Protein.
powder.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah,
Mm.
I feel good. Actually already lost 15 pounds. Woo!
Oh
Wow.
Wow.
wow!
Great.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah,
Congrats.
but
How long
like
did that take? You don't
maybe
mind me
like
asking?
6 weeks now.
Oh,
Wow.
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 Good.
6 weeks,
That's
yeah.
fast.
So I
Sweet.
told my
Wow.
husband, just watch out, you know. How do you say it in English?
Him-
Balik alindog program. How do you say it in English? For the sake of
what
math.
is
What is it?
Balik
what is it?
alindog. You know what alindog means? Like
No.
sensuality. Bring
Yeah,
back sensuality. Something like that.
yeah. So
Back
that's
to the Future, right?
yeah. So I like it, and
Bring
it's
back the
for
fire.
everybody, you know.
Yeah.
We have to take
It
care of
is.
our health
She's on
because
fire.
when we were young, we don't really take care so much of, we just do anything, everything,
Yep.
party here, party there, eat everything, and I love to eat. I love to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah. That
Same
seafood
here.
diet, right?
When I saw
Yeah.
myself, I said I have to cut that relationship with food. I have to change my ways.
You know
So
what? That's the beauty of going in the social media because it's a mirror. You know, you see yourself,
Mm.
yeah,
so you know exactly your flaw. And
yeah,
sometimes when you see that, it's an eye opener. So you have to do something about it. So that's basically one of the beauty about doing this digital business as well.
yeah.
That's true.
Anyway, so are we
That's
gonna
true.
say
Wow,
goodbye, or we're going to continue?
beautiful. Thank you so
But
much,
listen,
Coach.
Yeah.
anytime you come back here on Spotlight Stories, because I would love to have you here again anytime. If you have like special thing going on,
We
because
Oh,
will.
you know what,
definitely.
it's so funny because Spotlight Stories has become I love it. So I feel like this is a real talk show. So
Right,
Yeah.
it is
Well,
actually.
it
very,
is. It is
I
It
actually.
feel
is
Yeah.
it.
already.
Yeah. It
Kina-career ko
is.
na. Yeah.
I'm not.
So,
I'm,
And you're very good at it. You're
oh,
professional.
thank
yeah,
Good at
you.
hosting.
it's
Yeah.
really good,
Yeah.
really good. And I'm
Yeah.
not.
I think we just progress over time because in the
Mhm.
beginning I also was very, very uncomfortable, and then when I watched the replays, I felt like, oh my gosh, that's just so stupid for me to say those things, like like the facial expressions, and like how you butt in, and oh my gosh, so you learn as you go. So
Yeah. That's true.
just
Mm.
like digital business,
Practice.
right?
I,
Right.
So
Yep.
Right.
Eric, just continue on what you're doing. I think you're doing great, and you're stuck with these men for life because you're the SOB guy. What are you gonna do?
oh yeah.
You cannot
I'm
fire
g-
yourself.
right. I'm gonna have to duplicate myself.
Yeah,
Eric's not just a SOP guy. He also is the one that has the brain about the business. He's very knowledgeable,
Yes,
Yep.
it
and the
is.
way he speaks, it
Oh,
will
stop
inspire
it,
you.
guys.
yeah,
Yep.
You can ask Eric. Eric,
There's a
yes,
lot of
can you
wisdom.
explain to me how to tie a shoe, right?
yeah.
And
The
he
the
will explain it to
military
you,
guy,
and you will get so
shows.
inspired. You're like, oh my God, I want to tie my shoes now.
Are you gonna have it like registered with a sec? You know,
SEC? No.
SEC has registered the
I
Brotherhood.
don't think we have to because we're not making money in in the
At the
group.
moment.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's true.
yes. Anyway, all
that's
right. So
technical.
thank you so much. Do we have to do you want to say anything more, or are we good? Thank
I think
you.
we're
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you to
Well,
much,
thank you so
all
everybody.
much.
Thank
viewers and
you.
Well,
followers. My
Feel free
cat
to.
thank you
is right in
guys.
front of me. So
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
ready to jump into the laptop. My cat.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. Bye
Good night.
bye.
Yeah.
Good
Bye.
All
night.
thank
right.
you. Bye
Thank
Yeah.
bye.
you.
Bye.